What's up, my beautiful sisters and brothers? It's your girl, Dr. Shonna. Before I even get started, let me just say Happy New Year, Happy 2020 to everyone, because we have some dope relationship goals we're going to have to hit for the new year. As you can see, I'm shopping once again. It seems like every time I do a video for you guys, I'm actually food shopping. But listen, this is the only time I get to do videos. If you're waiting for me to sit down and have a nice comfortable looking background and do my video, it ain't going to happen because I'm just too busy. But let's get started. Today's video, briefly, we're going to talk about an email that I received for Ask Dr. Shonna. So y'all know you send me emails at Ask Dr. Shonna, and I got an email in it came from a 55-year-old woman. So everything in this email in terms of identifying who she is going to be confidential, but I'm going to go over the general sense of the email, the contents in the email, so that you can understand what I'm going to touch on today. So in the email, she not only states that she's 55 years old, but she states that she's been married before. She's been engaged and her fiance left her 4 months after their engagement. She also stated that she has an adult son, and she's noticing her adult son is repeating some of the relationship habits that she had that have not been healthy, that has actually been toxic, has not been good. And she wants to know what's going on, why she keeps getting attracted to a certain type of man. In this email, she also stated that she doesn't know why she ends up in the kind of relationships that she ends up in, because she is a nice girl, a nice woman. She thinks her problem is she gives too much to men and she doesn't get what she's looking for back, right? She gives too much but doesn't get it back. Whereas women who she describes as being nasty and bitches tend to get men that love on them and give them everything their heart desires. And she doesn't understand that. She doesn't understand why her, the nice girl, can't seem to find a man to save her life, whereas the bitch does. So here she is, 55 years old. She says she's probably never going to find the man for her until she's 70. She's afraid to get back in relationships because she doesn't want to keep making the same mistakes. So whenever a guy approaches her, she says she's not interested. So she is shutting herself out from relationships. She's trying to figure this out. And for her to say that she's not going to find somebody until she's 70 years old and she's 55, girlfriend, that is a long time to be by yourself, afraid to get into relationships. So I can take this email and I can twist it 101 ways and have a great conversation with you, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to focus on one small part of this email that I think you and I need to have a conversation about. Why do men love bitches? See, the sister called them bitches. I don't call them bitches. The reason why I don't, because the women that she is describing are the women that understands the psychology of a man. It is a woman that understands the science of relationship between a man and a woman. See, I don't call them bitches. Not at all. See, the nice girls don't win. They finish last because they don't understand what it takes to get a man and keep him. They don't understand that. Let me break it down for you guys with a little example that I think many of us can understand and relate to. I want you guys to think about a lion in the Sahara Desert. A lion, unless it is in a zoo where a zookeeper comes by and throws dead meat at the lion, a lion by nature hunts for its food. A lion typically will not eat a dead animal. Typically it will not, unless that lion needs to survive. If that lion needs to survive and eating that dead animal is the only way it's going to stay alive, then a lion would do that. But that is not the nature of the lion. The lion likes to set out its prey. It likes to look for the prey it wants. It wants to challenge. It's going to chase the zebra. It's going to chase the gazelle. It's going to chase whatever animal it can chase in order for it to eat and survive. Right? That's what's going to happen. The same thing in relationships. See, the problem is the woman who gives too much at the very beginning of the relationships, she don't understand why he doesn't want her, why he leaves. You see, when you give too much, liken that to the dead animal. See, he's only going to take when he has to survive. When he's going through something, you say, hey, baby, I got the money. Here's some money for you. He's going to take the money because it's a survival situation. If he doesn't have a place to stay and you say, come stay with me, open up your doors, and now he's eating your food, he's showering in your house, he's sleeping in your bed, and he's not adding to your house. He's taken because you gave it to him and he needs to survive. He's homeless. He ain't got no place to go. He ain't got no bed to lie in. He don't got nothing to call his own. So if you're going to give it to him, why wouldn't he take it? See, the lady that you call a bitch is not going to go through that. She's going to have standards. She's going to set boundaries. See, she operates out of the mindset that it costs money to keep her pussy clean. She operates out of that mindset. And let me say this. I'm not saying she's looking for you to spend money on her per se. Some are, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the woman of quality that knows how to keep that man, she understands that the brother has to prove his point. He has to show her that he's worthy of what she has to offer. He has to show her. He has to pretty much run the gamut. He knows what he has to do because she makes it very clear. She's just not going to hand it over to somebody who hasn't worked for it, somebody who doesn't deserve it, whereas the nice girl would. And the reason why the nice girl does not put the standards and the boundaries in place is because the nice girl stays with the mindset that if I say no, he's going to leave. If I do not do it, he's going to find somebody else. If I do not have sex with him, he's going to leave. She has these thoughts in her head, so she feels like she has to give it all because she's a nice girl. No, baby, you a dead carcass. That's what you are. He doesn't want the nice girl like that unless it's for survival purposes. He's not going to stay with the nice girl. The nice girl will build him up. Oh my Lord. The nice girl will build him up. And when he is on his 2 feet, he is going to leave. He is going to leave. You see, I have this course that I have. It's called the Black Family Blueprint. And I go over this in the Black Family Blueprint. What I do is I teach people in relationships, you have to invest low to get a high return versus the one who invests high but get a low return. What do I mean? Dr. Shonna, tell me what you mean. Let me tell you what I mean. You see, when you first enter into a relationship, it's really about you and him trying to see if you guys are a good fit for each other, what you guys are bringing to the table. You see, that man is always going to analyze himself. He's always going to analyze who you are and who he is in relationship to you. Does he have what it takes to keep you? Is he bringing something of quality to the table? It makes him sit in his head and think, what is it about me that is worthy of getting this woman? I'm a nice dude. I'm a protector. I have a great personality. I'm a hard worker. He's going to go down his list to see what qualities he is bringing at the table. He wants to keep you. He wants to keep you. But the problem is, the nice girl doesn't allow him to do that. The nice girl says, oh, I see all great things about him. Let me give to him. And then he no longer has to be curious. He no longer has to do the work. See, the nice girl is going to invest high. She's going to let him eat her food. She's going to let him take a shower at her house. She's going to let him sleep over. Eventually, she's going to let him get mail at the house. She's going to let him drive her car. She's going to let him eat her children's food. She's going to cook for him. She's going to be available all the time. When he calls, she comes running. And when he calls and she doesn't pick up, he gets mad and she starts apologizing. See, that's the nice girl. He doesn't want that. See, this is what the bitch knows. The bitch knows that she's going to invest low and she's going to get a high return. See, the bitch, she's always thinking. She's always thinking she's going to set him up for the challenge. She wants to see who the hell he really is. If he says he's a good catch, she wants him to prove it. So she might see that he needs help in some areas, and that's okay. But she's going to make low investments. What do I mean when I say that? Dr. Shonna, please tell us what you mean when you say a low investment. Let me tell you what I mean. See, the bitch is going to see, all right, he says he wants to increase his skills and he wants a better career. She's going to ask him questions to understand what he's looking for. She's going to send him job announcements that fit the conversation that they were having. She's going to do that. And he's going to say, damn, she really cares about me. Because that's what she's going to do. He's going to complain about certain things and she's going to encourage him. He may not know a little bit of something, but she might say, you know something, I got some information that's going to help him so that he can become a better man. So she's going to get up on YouTube and she's going to find some pretty dope videos that he could watch to get his mind going. And she's going to send it to him. And then they're going to have great conversations about the video. They're going to talk about it. They're going to analyze it together. They're going to break it down. She's doing that because what he's doing is he's caressing her mind and she is caressing his mind to see how deep his thoughts go. What are his opinions when it relates to this matter? She's going to challenge him in those ways. She's not going to always be available. She's going to know how to put space in between him and her. She's going to invest low and she's going to get the high returns because he's going to work for it, because she's letting him into her mind little by little, faster than what she's going to let him into her body. That's the difference. That is the difference. So when I tell you ladies to invest low so you can get high returns, stop doing everything for this goddamn man. Stop doing everything for him. He's boo-hoo crying about his situation. Next thing you know, you fixing it for him. If he ain't got a problem solved, what good is he going to be to you in a relationship when you set yourself up to do everything? Stop having these high investments because you're bound to get low returns that way. Invest low. He's boo-hoo crying. Drop a little knowledge on him. Give him a word of encouragement. Rub his shoulders, rub his back. Be a listening ear. Let him know that you understand what he's going through. You here for him. I'm here for you, boo. We're going to have a conversation. That's what you're going to do. Invest low. You know his favorite color is yellow. Maybe you buy something that costs $1.99 with yellow in it and that reminds you of him. I'm thinking of you. Because he's not going to look at the fact that you bought him a $2 gift. He's going to look at the fact that you thought about what he likes and you made a conscious decision and you found something that reminds you of him that he's going to remember. See, it's not about the cost. It's about your attentiveness to who he is. His likes and his dislikes is going to make the difference. Invest low and get your high return. So that's all I have for you guys. This is a 12-minute video. I'm sorry it went over this long. But again, y'all know how I do. If you have any relationship advice you want, or you want to just ask me anything, just send me an email to askdrshonna@gmail.com. Ask Dr. Shonna, DRSHONNA @gmail.com. I will be more than happy to answer it for you. Ladies, I want you guys to win for 2020. For all the people who are like this anonymous email that I received, for all the people who remind themselves of this sister, know that it doesn't have to be that way. Know that it doesn't have to take you until you are 70 years old to find a quality man. You just got to make some minor adjustments and you have to trust the process. Everybody who has come to me, who has worked with me for their relationships in order for them to find a quality man, trust me when I say it. They get in relationships and they are no longer afraid of assessing the guys the way I tell them to assess them, doing the things that I tell them to do, building it that way, and they are able to tell whether he is going to be a winner or he's going to be a dud, because we drop duds. And sometimes, sisters, it's going to take you a while to know that he's a dud. So don't get excited if your relationship lasts for a year or 2 years thinking you got a winner. Don't get excited about stuff like that, because sometimes they don't show their ugly faces into 3-4 years in. But as long as you continue to assess and enjoy yourself in the process, nobody wants to date an investigator. Nobody wants to go to dinner with somebody who's inquisitive to the point of they're interrogating their mate. Nobody wants somebody like that at dinner, right? But just understand that in relationships, we have to go through the process. Just trust the process, my sister. Do not be afraid. I know you don't want to get hurt, but that is all a part of the process. In relationships, you're going to get hurt. You understand me? That is part of the process. That's part of building. That's part of loving a person. People that you love will hurt you. Do not let people to tell you love don't hurt. I don't know where they get that dumb shit. Love don't punch you in the eye, but love does hurt. It does hurt because people will disappoint us, and disappointments sometimes hurt, right? So you got to trust the process. Be the woman who doesn't have to go on a $200 dinner date. Be the woman that can go on a nice stroll in the park and just enjoy a conversation with the person sitting at the bench. No money required. Be the woman that wants to know who is the person behind the scenes? Who's the person when it comes past the pockets, past the car he drives, past the house he lives in? Those are all superficial things. Everything that glitters ain't gold. Everything that's shiny is not of value.